Yeah, I mean, what I would say is like to everybody who's probably listening this is just educate yourself from other culture. My name is Jamal Yunus and I'm from Somalia. I'm especially from Somaliland, which is a self-declared state of Somalia. From in a small city, which is basically like everybody owned animals, so we have a lot of camels there. So then we have more camels than people, and I grew up in the family with camels, goats, and sheep, and everything on the farm, and also milking animals sometimes. I mean, I can actually relate to people from the south, still have cows and stuff. So I grew up in a very small city. Growing up, none of my family went to school. I would be the first person who ever go to school. And I never thought about going outside of my city. I'm just gonna go to this school, finish that middle school, learn how to read and write, and then I'm just gonna work for my family and stuff and do fun and stuff.
How'd you hear about Berea?
So I was looking for schools that actually covered tuition for international students. So Berea came to the top, and I just started researching about it and learning about it. And I really liked the history behind the college, and also how they care about the students with the low income families. This was my first time going outside of the country, and it was very hard decision to make coming here. I mean, obviously my family was a little bit worried about me coming here because they don't know anything about America, and everybody who talks about America, they were like, oh, people are very racist, and they were worried about people being racist towards me, or especially like if you're a person of color, it's gonna be hard for you to come here. So yeah, they were a little bit worried, but they were supportive. Especially my mom was very supportive, and even though my dad was a little bit skeptical in the beginning, but he's supportive now. And the way they think about America is kind of changing because of me, because I kind of become like a what do you say, like an ambassador for my people. Yeah, that was very challenging because I kind of have to. Still think in my native language, and also communicate with the people who don't understand my language. So I have to first I have to think in my language and then translate it to English. And it was really hard to kind of connect and make friends, because like if I couldn't joke around and use the slangs that I used to use when I was back home, and it was very challenging in the beginning, kind of like hearing the people who joking around you, and sometimes you don't understand some of the jokes that people say, for example, like dog, like that's always a really like crazy, like I was like, are you calling me a dog? Like one of my friends, he was like a dog. I was like, what is that? Like because I know the word dog, I never heard that slang, like friend, like a close friend. So yeah, so it was very challenging, but I was gradually learning this slang, because when you go to school and you learn a language, it's you only learn the proper you just learn the academic part of it. You don't learn the slangs that people normally use their day-to-day lives. I think everybody who comes to the United States coming from like a different culture or different country, they have a responsibility to represent their people. Because if you do good or if you do bad, nowadays people just think everybody who is in your country treats, they behave that way. But I think the reason that a lot of people become judgmental to other people is because they don't know about it. So you only rely on the things that you heard from media, or heard from things that other people say. So but when you actually meet the people, your perspective changes. Especially in America, people all think that all the Muslims are terrorists and stuff. So that kind of it kind of forced me to kind of learn. I was like, I don't believe that. When I see people doing bad things, I was like, I don't believe that. I gotta study this, and I have to clear these misconceptions. I don't think any religion promotes violence. Even though some of the questions that people ask, it wasn't even religious. it was just like, oh, do you guys have a TV in Africa? I was like, yeah. So this is like a stereotypes, you know, about, you know, Africans and, you know, being like always portraying Africa as like a very poor, and, you know, Africa is a very big continent and we have like a very, very diverse cultures and races and languages and everything. So like just putting all the people in the second largest continent into one category, it's just absurd. Like it's just like it's so ignorant.
Hey everyone, my name is Lane.
My name is Jamal.
And so throughout the semester in our class especially, we talked a lot about coming to another culture and some of the difficulties that are associated with that. And one theme that I thought was really common was the myths of food and home cooking. So tell us what we're going to be making today.
Today we are making Somali sauce and spaghetti. It's very famous, you know. Basically we're cooking a sauce that's called sukar. Many of you might have, you know, it may be hard.
How do you say that?
Sukar.
Sokar.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Not many people say that. But yeah, that's what we're gonna cook today, and you know, it's gonna be good.
All right, I'm excited. Let's get into
Let's
it.
get into it, yeah.
So your mom taught you how to cook this?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, she would like do this. Like she wrote it the recipe for me, and she was like, "This is the process you do. Like you put this amount of time in the pan, and then you put this next, this next, this next." Yeah, she told me once, and I will forget.
So, I think the spaghetti is almost ready.
Yep. So we
Time to
test it.
test it out.
Yeah.
Get you a noodle.
Yeah. Give me the noodle. Let's see.
It's probably really hot.
It's not hot.
Alright,
We check
so
it if it's
throw it up against here. So if it's ready, it'll stick to the wall.
otherwise it's gonna fall down on the ground.
Okay.
Set! Yeah, that means it's ready.
Okay.
Oh, it's coming together. The taste and smell kind of goes together, you know. So when the food actually smells good, that means like, you know, you're cooking really good.
So how's that smell?
Oh, awesome, man. Damn, I love this. It just remind me of home.
Alright, so remind me, what do we call this?
We call sukar.
Sokar?
Sauce, and then spaghetti. Sukar.
Alright, so what's the best way to approach this? Just get noodles and everything in one bite?
Scoop it in, man.
Alright, let's do it.
What do you think?
That's so good. Show the lovely people. We ate it all, killed it. That was so fantastic.
Gone.
I loved every bite. And yeah, about 2 minutes. I promise you I didn't cut out much. But
Definitely, yeah.
that's just about everything from us. Jamal, I really appreciate you taking this journey with me, allowing me to learn about your culture, cooking for me especially. This was awesome, something I'll really cherish for a while. I'm gonna eat the rest of this for the next 3 days.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just about everything. Tell the good people what they should do.
Definitely, please, you know, watch this video and, you know, and learn about other culture. That's, you know, the reason I'm doing this, you know, just kind of show people, kind of like explore your options and go outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah, make sure if you like the video, press the like button.
Subscribe it.
Subscribe to the channel. Comment down below what your favorite part was. And
Definitely, yeah.
thanks for tuning in.
Because I've been here for so long that I met people who are completely different than me, and I also came from people who are never been outside of their little city. I grew up in a different culture, and I've been here and I interact with people. I learn about their culture, so knowing the other people's culture enabled me to kind of relate to them. But always educate yourself. If you have questions, just learn it. Because if you don't understand somebody else's culture, you always have a lot of questions. Just ask these questions, and I guarantee you become more open-minded.